Hi, thank you for joining us. I'm Ruth Sterling, Sterling Design and Communications, and Let It Shine, the nonprofit organization responsible for keeping Keene's Great Pumpkin Festival tradition alive. Joining me today are members of Let It Shine, our production manager Kurt Steelman, and some special guests we'll introduce in a minute. For the past 310 days, we have been working to present the 2012 Keene Pumpkin Festival and have some exciting new attractions to tell you about. For the first time, there will be a 45-foot photo op, a chance to go 45 feet up in the air over Main Street and look down at the spectacle. It should be awesome and will cost about $5 for an adult, $3 for kids, and while you're buying that ticket, we hope you'll pitch in to the Pumpkin Festival Fund. We are introducing a suggested donation of $5 per adult. It is our goal to get Keene's Orange Festival in the black, and we need everyone's help to do this. We're bringing back pumpkin bowling. We're introducing basketball. Have you ever noticed how a basketball and a pumpkin look so much alike? A haunted alley is planned, and we'll have more about this later. We're expanding the food and craft court for better circulation of customers. These booths are very nearly sold out, which means 3 dozen craftspeople and almost 4 dozen nonprofits are going to be on hand to make the day enjoyable for all of our guests. And the nonprofits will average, if it holds true as in the past, $3,200 for causes like Boy Scout troops, school PTAs, United Way agencies, and other good causes. But what we're here today to discuss is a matter of national importance. And it has to do with celebrities, show business, and handsome men. So that's why we invited Kendall Lane, our honorable mayor, to introduce this information to you.
Thank you, Ruth. Thank you for coming. It's my pleasure, it's my excitement to share this news with you from the Home Garden Television Network. Extreme Dwellings, Global Home Tours, and Pumpkin Wars round out Home and Garden TV Fall 2012 lineup. From New York for immediate release, HGTV has a new series and specials to satisfy the curiosity of every home fan, from travel and design enthusiasts to those who enjoy exploring outrageous real estate. New series on the network's fall lineup include Home Strange Home, hosted by Chuck Nice, who travels the country to reveal outrageous residences, and Flea Market Flip with Laura Spencer, where contestants flip second-hand finds for a profit. New specials such as Extreme Homes, Pumpkin Wars, Halloween Tricked Out, and Endless Yard Sales are among those that will have offering viewers fun and fantasy this season. The latest lineup offers viewers compelling home entertainment, from astonishing extreme homes to incredible renovations and transformations. Thus said Kathleen Fitch, General Manager of HGTV. We'll also showcase even more of our popular network stars in fun new vehicles that allow fans to see more of their personalities and expertise. But the one that we're most interested in is Pumpkin Wars. It premieres Wednesday, October 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The expert hosts will be Drew and Jonathan Scott. HGTV's Property Brothers, Drew and Jonathan Scott, hit the road to help residents in Highwood, Illinois and Keene, New Hampshire squash world records and make pumpkin history. Pardon the pun. During the 1-hour special, each town attempts to set a new lit pumpkin record by lighting more than 32,000 jack-o'-lanterns in one location. Surpass the highest number of people simultaneously carving pumpkins, the current record is 965 participants, and win the title of longest line of pumpkin pies by lining up more than 800 of the seasonal desserts. In addition, each community will feature pumpkin bowling, costume contestants, and a land regatta where townspeople race 200 to 300 pound pumpkins on a 150-yard course. We don't have all those things here in Keene. We don't have the long line of pumpkin pies or the pumpkin regatta, but we do have 8 of these.
8 of? these.
And Ruth,
We have 8 of these.
we have 8 world records. We have 8 Guinness World Records for the largest number of lit jack-o'-lanterns. And nobody's ever gonna challenge that. We do have pumpkin bowling, the most spectacular pumpkin tower anywhere, and a downtown as beautiful as any downtown in the country. We've got something else too that Ruth hasn't mentioned. We have enthusiasm. We have a community that has come together and is working together to promote and to participate in the Pumpkin Fest for 2012. And no one can do better than that, can do that better than we can. Now, I need to challenge each and every one of you, and every person, not only in the city of Keene, but all 80,000 people that will come to the Pumpkin Fest to bring a pumpkin. They need to help us break the record. They need to help us set the most number of lit jack-o'-lanterns, and they need to carve their pumpkins and bring them to the Pumpkin Fest. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all there.
Thank you. Wow. Okay, so it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a very terrific city, region, and state to raise a pumpkin tower. More and more people are jumping on the pumpkin bandwagon, and I'd like to introduce someone who's just jumped on, Dr. Anna Elisa Zengel. We'd like you to join us up here, please, because we are going to unveil at this moment something that nobody knows, and that is, okay, so first I'd like to have Lisa explain how she got involved in this. She's an orthodontist here in Keene. She's an interior designer. She's a professional chef. But what is it that got you in this particular circumstance?
All these things you just said. I think Ruth has a lot of clout with me, but last year when she took over the Pumpkin Festival, she was talking with us about what we thought of the past pumpkin festivals, and we talked for an evening, and the next morning I called her back and I said, Ruth, somebody should write a children's book about the Pumpkin Festival, because it's such a unique and wonderful event, and they need to assimilate what it really is. So she says, why don't you do that? So I did do that, and I think that may be why she knew I would help her with this. And I do like to hostess people, so these guys are going to be well fed.
What about the fact that you are the one person who actually watches the show?
Oh, I am such a junkie of HGTV. I watch it all the time. It's so fun, you know, it's all the fun of renovating and none of the hard work. It's so educational. I mean, if you want to go live in Paris, you can find out what it costs to rent an apartment. It's so much, you know, fantasy, but it's real too, and we all love our homes, and I'm big into that. So yeah, so when she asked me about these, did I know who these people were, Mark and Jonathan, I said, oh yes. So, and a lot of other people I know love them
Drew
too.
and Jonathan?
Yes, Drew and Jonathan.
Scott.
Scott's their last name, yeah.
Will you do a little unveiling here?
Oh,
so,
yeah.
so
These guys are very tall. I just saw it yesterday because they had to make a doorway taller. Here we go.
here we have the 2 handsome devils that Lisa knew about before last week, and I did not, called the Property Brothers. One of them is,
This is Drew, and Drew is the real estate expert, and he does really intricate and assessments of property, what's the fair market value, and all the intricacies of buying properties into, you know, foreclosed properties and neighborhoods and everything. And this is his brother Jonathan. I think I have it right. Jonathan
he's
is
a little taller than this, right?
multi-talented.
He's about this tall.
He guts the buildings, he designs the plans, he also picks the finishes, he also buys secondhand furniture and refinishes it and integrates the people's belongings into their place. The different people for whom they do this for is very diverse, so the dwellings are really different. They do a great job. and and there's always beaucoup problems. So that's always very realistic too. So it's a fun show.
We thought they'd look ideal here at New England Fabrics, where that's exactly what customers do when they come here, is just what these people do on television. So that's why we're at New England Fabrics. It's not because all of the Halloween costumes I ever sewed for my children were made from fabric that was purchased here. It's because, don't they look perfect here on this set at New England Fabrics in Keene, New Hampshire? However, as you all know, this thing is called Pumpkin Wars, as Mayor Lane just told you. We would not have called any television show about our wonderful, beautiful, quintessential New England festival, Pumpkin Wars, but that's showbiz for you. And so one of these handsome brothers has to come spend time with us here at New England Fabrics and with Lisa, and the other one has to go to Highwood. So drum roll, which one do we want? Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Which one do you want, Lisa? You don't care, you love them both.
I love them both. I do. But I'm more into what Jonathan does.
This fella looks like he's already lived in
I
New
love
Hampshire
ripping up
his whole
stuff.
life. This fella's about to find out what makes Keene, New Hampshire so special. Drew, Scott, property brother, this is the one we're getting.
You're getting Drew?
We are.
Oh, okay. He'll go with it.
So that's what we have to share with you today, and happy to answer any questions. Anybody have any questions? Come on. Don't you want to know how this happened? How on earth?
Ruth, how did this happen?
Have a seat, Lisa. We'll answer a few questions. Hey, Ron, come on over and meet your.
Yeah, I saw that. That looks great.
This is your property brother.
Excellent.
This is the one that's coming.
Okay.
Everybody.
Can't wait.
This is co-owner of New England Fabrics,
Hi there. Nice to
Ron
meet you.
Parodi,
Yes.
hosting us today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And this
Thank
is
you.
your new life-size Drew that anyone
Great.
can come and visit you and get information about, the latest information about what's going on with this. We're going to have a little information center here for people to come and find out about it, because Let It Shine doesn't have an office. So for our purposes of getting ready for the Pumpkin Festival, New England Fabrics is HGTV headquarters, and Lisa Zengel is HGTV host. And we're just ornamental here.
Yes.
But it all started when Highwood challenged us last year, which we also weren't looking for. And the reason they challenged us is that their alderman lived in Dover, Vermont, and was so overwhelmingly impressed with Keene's Pumpkin Festival that when he moved out to the Midwest, am I right that Chicago's the Midwest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't get out much.
And Highwood is a suburb of Chicago.
Okay, good. So I've got my geography right. When he moved out there, he talked his community into trying to imitate Keene's Pumpkin Festival. So imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. We should be very, very, very flattered that Eric Fahlberg moved to Highwood, Illinois, and tried to recreate the magic of Keene's Pumpkin Festival. Someone in his organization or on his production team or on their PR team, somebody out in Highwood was in touch with someone who works at HGTV, and they got the idea of covering the Highwood Pumpkin Festival as a major Halloween special for HGTV, and then the Property Brothers became interested. They are, we are told, the #1 cable celebrities in America. And so that was all going to happen until they found out that it was an imitation pumpkin festival. That this is the real pumpkin festival.
And the reality is that even though Highwood, Illinois can set the record, they can't set the magic. The magic is here.
I agree
And
with you.
and you will never be able to recreate the atmosphere and the magic and the excitement in the Pumpkin Festival in Keene, New Hampshire.
Here. That's exactly how I feel about it. But we have to be nice to them anyway when they come.
We will be.
Oh, we're gracious to all of our guests.
So, we have a philosophy, the Let It Shine organization, that if everyone came, like Mayor Lane said, and everybody who visits us brought one